congratulations, everyone, for the Encanto at the Hollywood Bowl.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I was actually one of the people in the audience, and I was quite amazed and surprised, and it was so magical. I'm a loss for words for something like that.
Oh,
Thank you.
that means so
So,
much.
so let me throw it to Sally first. Sally, how did you even want to approach something so big, so ambitious? You know, both live and in person. That's amazing.
Um, it's an honor to have been able to be involved. And I think we worked with the best people in the whole world, Full World 73, who were the company I work for on this. So Gabe Turner and Lou Fox, they are the best company to work for. Go, just do what you want, make it huge, dream big. And then I remember on our first call with Jamal and Kai, because we're based in London, they're based in LA, we had so many Zooms at very late times in the middle of the night. I'm like, what can we do to make this incredible and make it so special? Let's have lots of dancers, let's get 500 costumes, and let's just bring in the best people, and the incredible cast that were already in place. So it all fitted together. It just took a lot of calls and a lot of communication with each other, across the Atlantic.
That is awesome. Jamal, Kai, I mean, choreographing for something like this is already tremendous, but to do it for both that's going to be taped and for a live audience, how did you manage to pull it off, and what was the most difficult one?
That's a good question.
That is good.
Well, this is the thing, with live being the live aspect. I don't think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because, the music and the dance that's going to translate to the audience. Like, we knew our performers, our singers, our actors, that's gonna hit everybody. So we kind of feel comfortable with that. But we really were concerned is that it translates to television, because this is going to Disney Plus. So that was kind of like, okay, well, let's make sure that, yes, we're going to do a spectacle, but let's make sure that we translate to television, because that's like the goal, right? Because it's going to live on there. Film is forever. So that's what we always want to make sure. And so yeah, it was just a matter of putting the bodies on the stage. And Kai, I'm not sure which one.
Yeah.
Which was
I will say the hardest one was Family Madrigal for me.
Really?
I would say for me.
I thought you were going to say all of you.
Oh, all of you had a different set of challenges. Yes, too, because we had to stage our cast, and we had very limited time to do so. I would say Family Madrigal and all of you, they both have a similar concept where our dance ensemble were townspeople. So we had to stage we had 50 dancers. Each dancer had to have a path, and they had to have props, and they had to cross a certain way. And we had to keep in mind our cast. Our cast had to move. They had entrances and exits, like in all of you as well. And we had to consider all of those things.
And they had limited time of rehearsals too. Like, we had, like, some were available, the availability, because we had costume, wardrobe. There were
fittings. Yeah.
Fittings. That's the word I was looking for, fittings. So yeah, there was some challenge. You're right. I agree. The bigger numbers were the harder numbers.
Oh, wow. And Adassa, I didn't forget about you, because obviously you are returning back to Encanto. Obvious question is, how does it feel returning back to be playing Dolores? And then my second question for you is, just a month ago, everyone was doing TikTok videos about Bruno, including myself. I actually did my own video for that one, and how do you feel about that? Go ahead.
Oh, I have enjoyed every single piece of the process. Honestly, my kids were the ones that were telling me, "Mom, we don't talk about Bruno. Bruno went viral," and I was like, "What?" And I didn't even have a TikTok account. And then I opened one up, and I was like, "Whoa, is this normal?" They're like, "No, Mom, you don't go from zero to like 200,000 in 3 days. No." And then I started people doing it. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get in on this action." I was like, "Oh yeah, I even brought in
Hey.
she was teaching people. We were trying to figure out TikTok together. Like,
Oh yeah. Which was what was
it was
cool about this
fun.
project, because we were able to
Yes.
bring, like, I did the body for Dolores, and I was able to work with the voice of Dolores, and together we were able to bring it onto the stage. So yeah.
And I thought that it ended there, like doing that little moment with us TikTok and her telling me, no, you just like pop it out, like pop it, pop it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then to think, oh my goodness, now we're at the Hollywood Bowl and now we get to actually do it with dancers and donkeys. And I was like, oh, please guide me. Let me do what you guys do for like a second. And they were amazing. Jamal and Kai had a vision for what they wanted to do with We Don't Talk About Bruno. They make it so 3D that there's no place that you're looking that something is not happening. They have dancers there taking care of it. And then the artistry that is presented on this stage, that is incredible what you're seeing, these flowers falling from everywhere. You really feel you're immersed in the Familia Madrigal, in this Encanto home. And they've created this majestic place on this stage that has such a history. And we're a whole bunch of Latinos going, oh my goodness, Carlos Vives is on the stage, Lin-Manuel is on the stage, and I'm singing this song that has become a phenomenon around the world. And I get to perform it now, not just put the voice to it, be the actual character that people relate the voice to and put them both together. And so I think as us being the talents that lended our voices to finally bring the physicality into it was such an incredible experience. It was humbling. I welcome it with open arms. And I honestly was so grateful that I was able to move my schedule around, because I was like, I'm not missing this. Are you kidding? I'm going to be there.
Terrific. And I have one general question for all of you, because I want to hear it from your perspective, because this was a live performance and you probably watching it from the stage or whichever, point of view you're at, with hundreds of us out there, because from where I'm at, so many people were singing and dancing and everything to it. I want to know what your experience was when you guys actually bring it all in live.
Well, for me, it was, Kai and I didn't have seats. So first of all, let's say that every night we had to run around and look for some empty seats that we could sit in. And we were hoping that somebody tapped us on the shoulder and was like, that's my seat. So let's start with that. But besides that, it's like watching your kids. I mean, I don't have any children, but it feels like it would be like how you love your kids and you get to see them up on their elementary school, performance, and you just love, you're so proud of them to achieve what we achieved for that show. Like, I just felt pride, every time I just saw everything together. I was like, wow, we actually really did this.
Yeah, same. I felt so proud. I felt so, like overwhelmed with gratitude that what started in a dance studio in a little room during a pandemic, how to see us now and to watch, much like Jamal said, because we watched it from the audience, to watch the faces of our dancers, of our cast just glow. And I was overwhelmed with love and just pride, because I'm like, I know what that feels like. And now they're sharing that with the live audience. And now on the 28th, we'll be able to share that with the world.
Hey.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah. And Gabe and I both
I think it was such an unprecedented.
Sorry, Adassa.
To see, because I saw Gabe and Sally, and then to see Jamal and Kai, I felt like this is an unprecedented moment in time. I want to take a mental picture. It was amazing because I could see them like so happy, and I'm like, I hope we made you proud. I'm like, so happy.
Oh, for sure.
And just seeing the kids in the audience, just seeing their heroes in person and dancing and having dressed up, and all of the things we'd been talking about for months, the firework display, the AR. I'm like, oh, it worked. It worked. It feels really magical. We all had that overwhelming proud feeling.
Yeah, every beat was like, oh, we hit it. Oh, we did that. Oh, we did that. Go team.
Well, this is terrific. Well, I can't wait to everyone shared the same magic that I experienced towards the end of the year. So thank you very much for
Thank
reliving
you.
this with me. Thank you.
Lovely
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.